Section 169. Arjuna continued. Then O Bharata vehemently rushed at me in battle in a body, the Nivata-Kavachas, equipped with arms, and obstructing the course of the car, and shouting loudly. Those mighty charioteers, hemming me in all sides, covered me with showers of the shafts. Then other demons of mighty prowess, with darts and hatchets in their hands, began to throw at me spears and axes, and that mighty discharge of darts, with numerous maces and clubs, incessantly hurled fell upon my car, and other dreadful and grim-visaged smitters among the Nivata-Kavachas, furnished with bows and sharpened weapons, ran at me in fight and in the conflict, shooting from the Gandiva sundry swift arrows coursing straight. I pierced each of them with 10, and they were driven back by those stone-bedded shafts of mine. Then on my steeds, being swiftly driven by Matali, they began to display various movements with the speed of the wind, and being skillfully guided by Matali, they began to trample upon the sons of Diti. And although the steeds yoked onto that mighty chariot numbered hundreds upon hundreds, yet being deftly conducted by Matali, they began to move as if they were only a few, and by their tread, and by the rattling of the charioteer wheels, and by the volleys of my shafts, the Dhanavas began to fall by hundreds, and others, accoutred in bows, being deprived of life, and having their charioteers slain, were carried about by the horses. Then covering all sides and directions, all the Dhanavas killed in striking enter into the contest with various weapons, and thereat my mind became afflicted, and I witnessed this instance of the marvelous prowess of Matali, which that he guided those fiery steeds with ease. Then, O king, in the conflict with the diverse fleet weapons, I pierced by hundreds and by thousands demons bearing arms, and O slayer of foes, seeing me thus range the field, putting forth every exertion, the heroic charioteer of Sakra was well pleased, and oppressed by those steeds and that car, some of them met with annihilation, and others resisted from fight, while other Nivata-Kavachas, challenged by us in battle, and being erased with shafts, offered opposition unto me by discharging mighty showers of arrows. Thereupon, with hundreds and thousands of sundry fleet weapons, inspired with the mantras relating to Brahma's weapons, I swiftly began to burn them, and being sore pressed by me, those mighty asuras, waxing wrath, afflicted me together by pouring torrents of clubs and darts and swords. Then, O Bharata, I took up that favorite weapon of the Lord of the Celestials, Magavan by name, prime and of fierce energy, and by the energy of that weapon, I cut into 1,000 pieces the Tomaras, together with the swords and tridents hurled by them, and having cut off their arms, I in air pierced them each with 10 shafts, and in the field of arrows were shot from the Gandiva like unto rows of black bees, and this Matali admired, and their shafts also showered upon me, but those powerful arrows I cut off with my shafts. Then on being struck, the Nivata-Kavachas again covered me on all sides with mighty shower of arrows, and having neutralized the force of the arrows by excellent swift and flaming weapons capable of baffling arms, I pierced them by thousands, and blood began to flow from their torn frames, even as in the rainy season waters run down from the summits of mountains. And on being wounded by my fleet and strike coursing shafts of the touch of Indra's thunderbolt, they became greatly agitated, and their bodies were pierced at hundreds of places, and the force of their arms diminished. Then the Nivata-Kavachas fought me by the help of illusion. Thus ended section 169 in the Nivata-Kavacha-yuddha Parva of the Vana Parva.